In October of 2019, the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals issued a decision that largely sided with the FCC on its decision to roll back several Obama-era net neutrality protections. However, the court also ruled that states could enact their own protections. And last time we had introduced net neutrality bill, that was used as one of the reasons to not advance this legislation. So now that the court case is settled and we now have, it's been ruled that states can enact their own protections, we will propose net neutrality rules for Connecticut to ensure all internet, so the internet remains open and accessible to all, so that companies cannot throttle back their data. They cannot establish fast lanes for specific content, nor can they charge consumers or customers more for specific content. I've said this since day one, that this is a great equalizer, not only for individual consumers, but between small businesses and large businesses, and that this is, I believe, an important issue. The second one is an issue that actually has been advanced through the efforts of Senator Flexer and through the GAE committee, but we'll also continue this as a caucus priority as well, and thanks to her efforts last year on this, which is consumer privacy. That we're going to look to follow similar action taken by California under the California Consumer Privacy Act and propose that legislation to protect consumers with new privacy rights. The right to know what personal information is collected, the right to delete personal information held by businesses, and the right to opt out of sale of personal information, and the right to non-discrimination as well. What makes this interesting is that this passed in California, but you see a lot of large retailers across the country that have already not only using this law in California, but also using this law throughout the country. And so if, just as an example, not to call out a specific company, but I will, if you go to Home Depot and you look at the bottom of their website, it will say, do not sell my personal information. So you can see where even in Connecticut, they already are using that law in California for consumers here in Connecticut. So I believe that we should have uniform standards for national companies and also state companies, and make sure that all companies are not selling information, because right now, one of the things that people are most upset about is how information is collected and then sold on the internet to companies. So people should have the right to be able to hold on to the information or to opt out, and not just allow a few clicks turn into a marketing campaign on whatever information they have put into their own personal computer.